Today, I want to talk to you about a connection between doctors and recessions. Now, if you're watching this channel, I know you're interested in medicine, and I really do believe that most doctors are probably the worst people to talk about financial markets or give any kind of financial advice, and that's not what we're going to talk about today. But I do want to tell you that in addition to becoming a doctor, I did pursue an MBA with actual focus on financial markets. Today, I want to talk to you about a very interesting little connection between doctors and recessions. If you're maybe living under a rock or watching this possibly in the future, I'm recording this video in October of 2022, we are in the middle or possibly facing a significant future recession. Now, a recession is a situation where people pull back, spend less. There's a decrease in economic activity. That's essentially the definition of a recession. And right now, we're facing a unique situation where prices are increasing, inflation is happening far more than what governments want. Inflation is really bad for a lot of people, especially people in lower income brackets, people who are most vulnerable, because their incomes rarely rise at the right rate with inflation. And so governments are trying to stabilize prices. And like everything you learn in basic economics, things come down to a combination of supply and demand. Right now, the concern is that there's more demand for goods and services in our society than there is supply. And so what the government's trying to do is pull the lever of demand and slow it down. They do that by raising interest rates. When interest rates go up, people spend more money on servicing debt. They're less motivated to spend on goods and services. And so as a result, there's less economic activity. People are pulling back, they're spending less. They are sort of recessing their own spending. And so we get into the position of a recession. So when a recession happens, there's an interesting connection between recessions and med schools in particular. During recessions, med school applications increase dramatically. The Association of American Medical Colleges has noticed during recessionary periods that there are far more people interested in going to medical school. Medicine is always seen as a safe and stable career. You can be confident if you go through medicine that you'll have a good lifestyle, an upper middle class lifestyle. Not too many doctors become incredibly rich, but most do very well, can live where they want to live, and have a good balance between their income and their lifestyle. And so many people will find themselves in a situation during a recession where they're less optimistic about jobs in other industries. Maybe they're considering becoming a lawyer or an engineer or a computer programmer, something that might have some greater income potential than being a doctor, but is at a little higher risk during recessions. Of course, in medicine, people get sick no matter what's happening. In fact, there may be even some evidence that during recessions, people are sicker. So there's this feeling that medicine is a safe and stable career. There'll always be people who need doctors. And so if you're feeling less optimistic about what options there are for you in other careers, you may decide, hey, I am going to consider medicine. Now, from the medical field perspective, this isn't all terrible. We want people who are certainly motivated to be doctors. I think that's what keeps you going. For me personally, 80% of the time when I'm doing my care, I love my job. I'm very motivated. It doesn't even feel like work. That 20% is difficult. And I think my passion for medicine is what keeps me motivated in those moments. And I think people sometimes who struggle in medicine are people who are looking at the economic benefits of being a doctor and less interested in really what it means to take care of patients. And they might struggle there. And so I do worry sometimes during a recession when there's more medical school applications that we might be getting more people that are interested in the lifestyle that medicine has to offer rather than the career and the joy of taking care of patients. On the other hand, though, if these are people who are truly talented, they're great book learners, they're great communicators, they have other things that they bring to the table. We do want the absolute best and most talented people in our medical schools. We want doctors to continue to outperform and deliver great quality care. We want people who are going to innovate and push the medical field forward. People are going to great communication skills. People are going to help patients in the long run. And maybe people who weren't seriously considering medicine might actually be looking into doing it during a recession. There may be people who had a career and lost their job and were really dissatisfied with the career at that point and said, I'd be interested in becoming a doctor and I might apply right now. They might have otherwise all the prerequisites and they choose this opportunity to apply. So there's lots of forces that push people into joining medicine during these recessionary periods. The other thing sometimes I worry about is people who are incredibly motivated to be doctors and maybe don't have the absolute best book skills. They have other things they bring to the table, but they don't check off the boxes as well as maybe other people would on a medical school application. And those people might be pushed out by the fact there's so many more applicants during this recessionary period. Maybe there's some people who be incredibly talented doctors that get pushed out because there's always someone at the margin who doesn't get accepted. So I do worry about that as well. That being said, this is how the market forces work. During recessionary periods, medicine appears more desirable because of its stability, and it's able to attract sometimes more candidates, maybe better candidates, to the profession. I want to say thank you for sticking around to the end of this video. I'm interested to know what you think about this issue. Are you concerned that there are going to be more applicants to medical school this year because of a potential recession? Do you think that this is great for medicine, that there's more talented applicants potentially putting their hat in the ring, so to speak? I'd love to hear those comments and interact with you down below. Once again, I appreciate every single like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. My name is Dr. Rich Hilsden, and this is Knife Skills.